First of all, just a quick analysis of what you saw in the scrimmage.
Well, um, offensively came out and executed at a very high level. Um, and defensively we gave up a couple big plays. Kind of have a little halftime break, and I don't think we scored again offensively. And defensively we played lights out. So what we've got to do is figure out a way to start a little faster, and be a little more consistent on both sides. But proud of the guys who were able to go in and make some adjustments at halftime, and because we were without a script and some things they hadn't seen before, thought they did a good job of that. We got to go back and look at the video and make sure we're not putting ourselves in. We got to find out again. What our kids can execute and what they can't execute, and are we asking them to do things out of their skill set? I wasn't happy with the turnovers in the second part of the scrimmage. But other than that, all in all, I thought they competed, and we got a lot out of it. We got a lot on tape and be able to evaluate.
That's kind of what spring is, though. I mean,
No
you
doubt.
don't have offense installed. You're playing base defenses.
Right.
It's more about looking at people, isn't it?
And that's the blessing of this spring as opposed to last spring. We've been out. The first week was a little rough. We were only out here 2 days, but we've been out here all week this week. We got 4 good days out here this week. In it with a scrimmage, 71 degrees, and you got 70 to 75 snaps of pure evaluation. And like I told the kids today was really an easy day for them, because really throughout this spring, something that we've changed is every practice has been full contact.
Right.
So this was really kind of a light workout and a light day for them. So proud of the way they're working, and I think it's going to pay dividends.
Was there any guy or guys who really jumped out at you in the scrimmage?
Again, Fred Guard showed up again, and he made a few plays for us. Donovan looked really good early on, and I thought James was sharp early. In the second half, we had a few turnovers going into the win, some costly deals. We'll go back and we'll look at it, and some of it might have been play calling. I'll take the blame for that. But just glad to see that the defense was able to make plays when they had the opportunities to.
I want to switch gears just for one question, because I talked to you about offense, defense, and didn't really talk to you about special teams the other day, whereas you do a lot more than normal on special teams.
Right.
What have you seen so far about your special teams?
Well, we got a lot of guys back in that unit in particular, and then it begins with Joe, our punter, who's one of the best, if not the best, in the country. So that's an added advantage. We don't tend to use him as much as we did last year, but it's a nice weapon to have. Coach Brock does a great job with that unit. He's on top of it. We're ultra organized. I think if you go back and you look at the numbers, we're in the top in pretty much all categories. Where I'd like to see us be a little bit better is in that punt return game. Really, both return games, punt return and the kickoff return game. So probably this spring, you're going to probably see a little bit more emphasis on those two.
Looking more for returners,
right? Because that makes a difference. The guy back there that's willing to stick it in there and hit it. You know what I mean? So we got some guys that we kind of feel good about, and we want to give them as many reps as we possibly can. And then on the punt return side, really, man, all I'm looking for is somebody to catch the ball. You know what I mean? Because there's so many hitting yards there that we lost last year by letting the ball bounce and things of that nature. So, we've got a punt returning coach now, so we'll see how that pays off.
And can you also, kicker-wise, I mean, are you looking at kickers at this point, or?
We're always looking for kickers. We've got that'll be a point of emphasis this spring when we get out, looking to see. We do have a scholarship available, left for a kicker, and looking to fill that need. We've got 2 guys that we feel comfortable with, but we can always improve.
Looking at just quarterback in particular, just what has James done to improve from the end of last year to this year?
It just his understanding of what's expected of him, and understanding of the overall offense. I thought he operated at a really high level. He made some throws into the wind that were pretty impressive, and he had the one pick today on the ball. We tried to force it again. I think that's more of a play call. We're going to fire whoever called that play. I didn't have my headset on today, but he showed a great command of our offense today, and he's got some weapons, and I think I'm excited to watch him grow.
How much could that help? I mean, I haven't seen a lot of Guyton yet, but a guy with size and speed on the outside.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge, and it can be huge, especially in this conference because in the MAC, and we all got the same issue. It's hard to find that 6'1", 6'2" corner that can run a little bit, and when you got a receiver 6'3", 6'4" that can run and go get the ball, it can pose a lot of problems. So we're excited about him. We're excited about. We really didn't get him too many touches today, but throughout the spring, Pudavon has really shown some things. He caught a couple balls yesterday. That kid can really run. So we're looking to build on his confidence and have him be a big part of what we're doing as well.
We've heard a lot about James's preparation through the offseason, just studying the playbook and film and stuff. Just how valuable is that to have a guy that's, I guess, a film junkie?
Oh, it's huge, and the thing that I've appreciated more so than you always want your quarterback to be that guy, but when he's bringing guys with him, when he's bringing guys in and they're watching the extra film on and on, and you look out your window, we're not supposed to be watching, and I'm not, but they're out there throwing the balls around a little bit, and he's taking control of it and ownership of his football team and making sure that and I mean. I'd be, I can't say that without mentioning Donovan Wilson because he's all about that, and they're both doing a great job of getting the extra in.
I think we talked about it after the first practice, but trying to find, I guess, the backup.
The running back wise or quarterback wise? Yeah, that's still a work in progress. Initially, my thought was to get James Morgan. James is just going to be a redshirt sophomore, as many reps as we possibly can. Been happy with where he is through 5 practices. Going in is probably one of the things we'll talk about tomorrow is looking at some of those young kids with the ones to be able to get a better evaluation of them or what they can and cannot do.
And then scaling James's reps back to give them.
If he has one more week like he had this past week, I feel pretty comfortable in the last 6-7 practices going ahead and doing that.
Okay.